What's up, YouTube? This is KingDaddyDMAC coming at you with another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This is against a real cool guy, JCFern. Haven't talked to him in ages, but this was an OU battle that we had a little while back in 4th Gen. So anyway, he's going to lead off with the Uxie, and I know he's going to do the Stealth Rocks. I'm not really sure what else, whether he's going to be a Screener, or a Yawn, or Taunt, so I took a little bit of a chance getting off my Stealth Rocks. But I switch into my Ape as he goes for the Yawn, so this kind of tells me he's going to be basically trying to force me to switch. So I go for the safe U-turn, end up getting the switch advantage because he switches into his Ape, predicting that. So, you know, it doesn't really do that much to him, but I'm able to get the switch advantage into my Vaporeon. I could have went for the Surf here, but I decided I want to sort of scout out what he's going to do and go ahead for the Wish. He goes for the Close Combat, and I am kind of lucky. I mean, I guess Nasty Plot Ape wasn't that popular at this point when we played the match, so that could have been a big risk doing the whole Wish Protect thing. But I wasn't too worried about it. And it looks like he's going to be probably a Mixed Ape and is Life Orbed. So I still have to be a little worried, but I know as long as he doesn't have like nasty plots up, a Grass Knot's not going to take me out in one hit. So I finally go now, once I have full health, for the Surf, and he switches out, predicting that into his Clefable and takes it like a beast. So I go ahead for the Protect. I want to just scout out what type of status move he's going to use. It's a T-Wave, so I know I can switch into my Swampert and not have to worry about Toxic. He doesn't have any type of Orb on him or anything like that. He does go for the T-Wave again, which I was a little surprised about, but just fine, so it gives me the free switch. And now I can pretty much just stay in. You know, I have leftovers, so it's going to be at least a 5-hit KO, even without leftovers with that S-Toss. And it doesn't look like he has anything else, so I can just freely Earthquake until he switches. Now, he is going to just sort of test out the water, see how much it does, and I guess it does more than he'd like, which is expected. You know, this is something that's going to be a total stall fest, but barring a crit, I might be able to take him out if he stalled too long. So after this Earthquake, he's going to decide to switch, and he has, so far I've only seen his Uxie that has the Levitate and or Flying. So he's going to switch back into his Uxie as not to show off too much of his team yet. And I'm, of course, not going to like this. He can Yawn. He still may have the Taunt. He still may have the Screens. I really don't know. All I know is Yawn and U-turn. So I'm going to go ahead, switch back out into my Ape. I guess he could Psychic, but I'm not really fearing that. He ends up going for the U-turn for the switch advantage. And now he's going to be able to go into his Gyarados, which is the first time I'm seeing this. I make kind of a dumb play here. I should have just switched right off the bat. I'm not carrying Stone Edge, which after the Intimidate, it wouldn't really have mattered anyway. It wouldn't have done that much. So I go for the U-turn, end up doing more damage to myself with Life Orb than I do to him. Guys, don't U-turn out on a Gyara or something that intimidates you. It's just stupid. By switching my Jirachi, it is a bold Wish Calm Binder. I take that so well. This is probably a bulky Gyara after seeing how little that did. But he's going to switch out now, seeing the leftovers, fearing this being a Calm Mind one, and he makes a great call, you know, thinking that. I go ahead for the Wish anyway, just so that I can pass it off to whatever he switches into, or if he hit me, I'd have that up, and I can just go for the Thunderbolt that turn. But I go into my Flygon, and I didn't think he'd go for the T-Wave just because I've already shown that I have the Swampert, but he ends up going for it, so I get a free switch. I go for the U-turn again to get the switch advantage and hitting his Clef hard if he didn't switch, but now I can go into my Ape, and he's of course not going to like that scenario. Switch out into the Brain as I go for an Overheat, and this Ape has very little investment in special attack, and that still does a freaking massive amount. Now right here, he's put in a weird spot. He knows I'm going to go for the U-turn. There's a good chance he could have lived this after doing a damage calc. I think it does like 28 to 30% damage. So it could have done just over that, and maybe that's why I stayed in. So sorry about that crit, buddy. Didn't really matter in the long run of the game, but it kind of sucks for, you know, your planning there. But either way, he gets a free switch into his Gyarados. Now right here, I make an epic freaking manly prediction right here as he switches out into his Gyarados, and I go for the Fire Blast. And this is a Scarfed Flygon, and what is it? It's one of those mixed natures, like mild, rash, or naive, one of those. But anyway, able to 2-hit KO that Gyara with an epic freaking prediction there. So again, didn't really matter that much, but it was definitely helpful. Now he's going to go back into his Gyara, and he's pretty close to the end. I'm not going to want to waste my time going for a Fire Blast again. I'm going to go into my Rachi. And he's probably going to go for that Stone Edge again, which isn't going to do dick to me. And now this time, I'm in a very nice health situation, and I'll be able to just take him right out with that Thunderbolt. He goes for the Dragon Dance, and again, I'm not sure why. I'm maybe just had no other choice, or maybe hoped that I wouldn't go for it straight away. But either way, his Gyara is out of here. So sitting very nice, and he has 3 pokes left. He goes now into this guy's Jolteon. And I'm not really liking this matchup. I decided I'd rather save my Rachi later. Hope that he goes for the Thunderbolt. He ends up going for a Hidden Power. I almost shit myself when I saw this, but thank God I didn't hear the super effective damage. Does get a crit, but it looks like it's going to be HP Ice, so not a big deal. After doing a damage calc, I knew that I should be able to live another one, and I do with an epic 15 HP, just enough to be able to take out his Jolteon. And you got it right, buddy, no power. Jolteon's a great poke, but it just always seems to, you know, just fall short of getting those very necessary KOs. So he has 2 pokes left now. I'm just going to keep in my Swampy as fodder. He goes for the Hidden Power, and it looks like it's another maybe Hidden Power Ice. I'm not really sure, but that would make sense. So this could have been a specially oriented ape, probably trying to hit the dragons there. But either way, I'm going to outspeed with my Scarf Flygon, be able to go for the Earthquake, take out that ape, no problem. And all he's going to have left now is his Clefable. Can't status me, can't get off that T-Wave, I will be faster. And I have, it's going to be what, a 3-hit KO with that S-Toss. So that's about it, guys. That wraps it up. Great game, JCFern. I really hope to get another one with you. This wasn't originally going to be a posted battle, but it's been a long time since we did this one. We haven't had another since. So hopefully we'll get to sometime in the 5th generation. But guys, make sure to go check him out. And as always, thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and peace out.